Alright guys, so if you have seen my channel before, you guys have seen some cases from Pitaka on there. Now, normally, Pitaka's cases have been really good. Between their MagEasy case, which is a very slim, minimal style case for those people that don't really need the craziest protection, just want those nicks and ding protection and some scratch protection. And then they have the Pitaka Pro case, which is that more so drop-proof case. It has a full coverage design, it has better protection all around for the most part, and it's a little bit of a thicker case, all of those things. Well, today we are actually taking a look at the Pitaka Pro for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now, you guys may have seen the title. The title is What Happened? And that's my question. Pitaka, what happened? This case used to be so good. And this year, I don't know. Let's go ahead and take a look. And a huge shout out to Pitaka for sending this over to me to review for you guys. I really do appreciate it. So, taking a look at the packaging, we are getting that very nice Pitaka packaging. They always do a really good job with their design of their boxes and everything. I like it. So it does say military grade protective case for iPhone 16 Pro Max. For some reason this year they don't call it the Pitaka Pro or the MagEasy Pro like it used to be called. Now they just call it the military grade protective case. So it is what it is. But here you do get Pitaka branding, woven from aramid fiber, MagSafe compatible and drop proof. And on the back, it just gives a little bit more information about the aramid fiber and the TPU. They do kind of intertwine those two together to give you a little bit of a more protective and flexible case, but also to have that aramid fiber design. They do say the aramid fiber and the TPU material are integrated together in this case all around. So let's go ahead and get it out. Now, first thing you're greeted with is your case. Let's go ahead and put that here for a second. And then you just get a little bit of a product information guide here with some QR codes that you can scan right there if you're interested. And that's pretty much it. So taking a look at the case, on the back, the first thing you're going to notice, this thing is a crazy fingerprint magnet. So if you're somebody who fingerprints bother, this isn't the one for you. It's going, I mean, you just start touching it a little bit and you're getting fingerprints everywhere. So that's the first thing I did want to mention. Now, on the back, you are going to get that 600D aramid fiber design, as well as the integration with TPU material. So it is going to be a little bit flexible, especially, you know, with the sides and things like that, but it is an aramid fiber case, so you're gonna get that aramid fiber weave going all the way around and all of that. And at the camera, you are going to get a thin aluminum ring as well as the plastic ring that goes around there and some Pitaka branding here on the bottom. Now, taking a look at the inside, you're gonna get this foam style material right here with your MagSafe and alignment magnet. It does say Pitaka MagEasy Case Pro 4 black/gray. Now this one here, they write Pro Case. On the packaging, they don't, not sure why. But you are going to get that. And here it says made with Pitaka lacquer. Now, going around the sides of the case, you are going to get that TPU style material that goes all the way around. Your buttons are going to be aluminum and they're not really going to have any protection on the inside there, but you don't have to worry about that. The aluminum buttons are not going to scratch up the titanium buttons on your iPhone 16 Pro or Pro Max, but you are getting that design going all the way around the inside of the case, that TPU material. Now, let's go ahead and bring over our scale and our caliper, and we'll take a look at how thick this thing is. So, one thing I really liked about this case before we weigh it is actually how thin it is. That was very nice, but there's one major flaw with the thinness of it, and I'll show you guys here in a second. So, weighing this, we are looking at 36 grams. So it's pretty light for a protective case. A lot of protective cases, you're gonna be looking at between 45 and 50 grams, things like that. This one, only 36 grams, so that's a really good start, right? So then let's go ahead and move over to our caliper and we'll see how thick it is. So starting off from front to back, we're looking at 10 millimeters, guys. That's super thin for a protective case. And then going from inside to outside, you're looking at 1.6 millimeters. So a very nice and thin case on here. All around so far, it's very comfortable to hold and really nice and thin. But let's go ahead and put our iPhone 16 Pro Max in here and we'll take a look at that. So we'll go ahead and take that natural titanium 16 Pro Max and slap it in here. Let's listen out for that click real quick. Very nice click onto the case. All around, it fits pretty well. I mean, you've got some pretty good stiff sides going around here. Your buttons are gonna be a little bit more loose, but the volume up and down buttons are actually more loose than the power button. So that's kind of interesting. The bottom could be a little bit tighter. The top is pretty tight, so that's good. And then when you come around to the camera control button, it's going to be a little looser than I would like it. So if you take a look, you can kind of sit here and mold it around like that. I would definitely like to see this little material be a little bit thicker here where the TPU is on the side for the camera control, because I have a feeling this will wear out after a while. So let's go ahead and see how those corners fit. Now, starting off with the left hand, 1, good. 2, good click there. 3, and 4. So pretty good click on all 4 corners. It should be just fine. As far as the fit on the phone, you don't have to worry about it falling off of your phone if you were to drop it or anything like that. It has a pretty tight fit on here. But let's go ahead and take a look at that screen and that camera protection. Now, starting off with the screen protection, I am using a full coverage tempered glass screen protector, and this is where one of my issues lies with this case. If you guys can see that, I'm really hoping the camera picks that up. If you see that, the screen protector actually sits higher than the edges of the case. I'm going to try to see if you guys can maybe see that on this camera right here. But it does sit a little bit higher, and that is a pretty big issue, because if you were to take this and set this down, this is sitting directly on my screen protector. So if you were to set this on any surface, it's immediately touching your screen protector. Now, I always keep a screen protector on my phone, so I'm not exactly sure how it is without one, but even without the screen protector, if you have the slightest lip, that's still not enough, because any surface you set it on, if there's a slight little bump or a piece of dust or dirt, whatever, it's gonna potentially scratch your screen, and we don't want that. So that's a huge issue with this case that I really would like to see addressed, because this is just not enough right here. And then taking a look at the camera ring protection, you are going to get a pretty decent camera bump right there. So on the back, you can set this down on pretty much any surface, and you will be good to go on that part. Now, of course, it is going to rock right there, so that is something to note. That doesn't really bother me too much. It sucks, but what can you do? That's what you get for those really big camera bumps. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look around the case. Now, starting off with the top, it is completely closed in. On the left-hand side, you are going to get your action button, volume up and down, and the rest of it is closed in. Now let's listen to how those buttons sound, which these are aluminum buttons, so they should sound very good. So all in all, very, very good, nice and clicky buttons. I have no issues with those. Let's listen out if they rattle. You get a slight rattle on the buttons, but it's not a huge deal at all. You gotta really listen out for that. Then moving along to the bottom, you are gonna get accurate microphone and speaker cutouts, as well as that USB Type-C port. But let's see if you guys can see that. They're actually misaligned. The cutouts for the speaker and the microphone, as well as the USB Type-C, are very slightly unaligned on here. And that's something that bothers me a little bit, because for the price of this case, which by the way is $70, $69.99, and of course the link to that is down in the description below for you guys to check out for yourself. But for 70 bucks, I would really like to see better attention to detail here. And then moving along to the right-hand side, you are gonna get it completely closed in, except for your camera control button there, and then you do have that power button right here. Now with that camera control button, it is also a little bit misaligned. Now, with the other color variants, which we'll talk about shortly, I've seen some other videos from other creators who have had the other colors, as well as some pictures online. The camera control button on some of the other colors is very unaligned. I mean, there's like a thick space between where it should be centered, but it's not. It's either to the left a little bit unaligned, or to the right, or it's sitting a little forward or back. It's just poor quality control, in my opinion, for a $70 case. But anyways, let's take a look at the one I have. It is very slightly misaligned, but you can access that camera control button for the most part pretty well with really no issues. You can sit here and take a picture. Let's go ahead and take a picture of ourselves right there. Boom, take that. And yet, I mean, the button is very easy to access. It is nice and grooved in there. There are no sharp edges there. You can easily kind of click that and get to it with no problem. So I do like to see that. I would just like to see it a little bit better aligned. Now, how does this case feel in the hand? And it's actually really comfortable to hold. It is super, super thin. If you guys can see that, I mean, this is by far the thinnest Pitaka Pro that they've ever made as far as how it fits on the phone. It fits well. It has really no sharp edges or anything like that. It's not a pinky destroyer. If you guys are like me and you hold your phone like this, it's not going to kill your pinky. It's going to be a very comfortable case to hold, but the flaws with it are where it really kills it for me, and we'll talk a little bit more about that towards the end of the video. But let's go ahead and move on to our MagSafe test. Now, starting off with the Apple MagSafe wallet, attach that. There's our animation, and it's going to for sure be fine woven and leather wallet approved. You don't have any issues putting this into your pocket, your purse, your sling bag, your backpack, whatever. This will be good to go. So you absolutely don't have to worry about your MagSafe wallets coming off. You do have to kind of force those off right there. And then with the Apple MagSafe battery pack, you just go ahead, slap that on. There's our animation. I don't know why we're not getting the sound, but anyways, taking a look at this, you can absolutely sit here and shake it as hard as you can, and this thing is not coming off. It is a very good magnet on here, so you absolutely don't have to worry about the MagSafe strength on this one, and of course you do have to kind of force that off in order to get it off. Now, before we move on, if you guys can see that, it does show just about any mark on this case for the MagSafe. You see the little outline from the wallet and the battery pack, as well as the MagSafe ring right there, and of course all of your fingerprints are going to be shown on this one. But let's go ahead and move on to the Anchor 623. We'll sit here, attach that, and yeah, I mean, this one is going to be really good. You have to pretty much give it a good shake of the wrist in order for that to come off, and you're not going to have any issues picking it up and down. It'll be just fine. So really, really good MagSafe on here. And of course, we can do our 360-degree rotation test. You sit here, type a text, write an email, go on Twitter or TikTok or Instagram, which by the way, make sure you guys do follow me over there. Links are down in the description below. But yeah, it'll be just fine there. You turn it over to landscape mode, go to YouTube, watch your favorite Brian's Tech video, sit here, rewind, fast forward, play, pause, and you are going to be just fine with that. So no issues all around. Now, do I recommend the Pitaka MagEasy Pro or the Pitaka Protective Case or the Pitaka Pro, whatever you guys want to call it? No, I can't. I can't because the flaws are just too strong. Again, $70, $69.99 on this one. If it gives you no screen protection, right? You're getting zero screen protection. Decent camera protection, okay. Misaligned buttons, misaligned cutouts. It's just not where it needs to be. If it was for, I couldn't even recommend this case, honestly, for $40. And I know, Pitaka sent this out to me and I really appreciate it, but I tried, I reached out and I told them how I felt about this case here. I did give them my feedback a good bit ahead of time. I really hope, Pitaka, if you guys are listening, please fix the issues on this. That screen lip is really bad. It really very much needs to be a thicker case. I understand you may want to make it as thin as possible, but I'm fine with it being a little bit thicker in order to get that real Pitaka Pro protection that we're all used to. So no, I cannot recommend this case. But let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. Do you have a Pitaka Pro for the 16 Pro Max? I really want to know your thoughts if you do. What do you guys think about it? I mean, it looks really good. Everything about it looks good. But once you start using it and you see those flaws, it's just a no-go for me. But make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. That goes a really, really long way and allows me to make these videos for you guys. And if you guys want to see another case that's really good and is actually going to protect your phone, I'll be sure to leave that video right here. If you want to see my favorite screen protector, and it's actually the one I'm using on my phone right now, I'll leave that video right there.